Japan, a nation admired for its discipline, its breathtaking innovation, its culture, and its unmistakable efficiency. Yet behind the neon lights of Tokyo and the quiet perfection of Kyoto lies a truth so severe that even Japan's own leaders call it a national emergency. The country is shrinking rapidly, relentlessly, and in a way humanity has never witnessed before. Births have fallen to the lowest point in recorded history. The median age is now the highest anywhere on earth. Entire towns are disappearing, schools are closing because no children are left to teach. Shops shut down because there is no one young enough to run them. Villages fall silent, not from poverty or disaster, but simply because the people who lived in them are gone. Japan is not just shrinking, Japan is disappearing. The numbers are staggering. The population peaked in 2008 and since then it has fallen every single year. Today, Japan has around 123 million people. If current trends continue, it will fall to around 87 million by the end of the century. And if nothing changes, Japan may one day lose its ability to sustain itself as a nation. Right now, for every 100 children born, more than 140 Japanese citizens are turning 65. Adult diapers outsell baby diapers. More than 9,000 schools have closed permanently. In rural regions like Akita, houses remain unlocked not out of trust, but because there is simply no one left to break in. Crime has collapsed, not because life is perfect, but because the population is too old to commit it. This crisis did not appear overnight. It unfolded quietly over decades, shaped by culture, economics, and societal expectations. Japan's intense work culture, where 12 to 14-hour days became normal and loyalty to the company overshadowed personal life, left little room for relationships. Karoshi, death from overwork, became a recognized cause of death. When work consumes everything, marriage becomes optional and children become unimaginable. A growing marriage crisis followed. Nearly a quarter of Japanese men in their early 40s have never married. Many young adults prefer virtual relationships, companionship apps, or simply staying alone. The idea of raising children feels more like a burden than a joy. Costs soared. Housing became unaffordable. Education and childcare became overwhelming. Parenthood felt more like an economic trap than a life milestone. And unlike Western nations, Japan refused large-scale immigration. A culturally homogeneous society chose stability over demographic replenishment. But that choice came with a price. No youth inflow, no new workers, no demographic recovery. Economically, Japan is now entering what experts call an unavoidable decline. The workforce is imploding. In the next 15 years, Japan will lose nearly one-fifth of its working-age population. Companies struggle to hire, factories run understaffed, small businesses shut down for lack of successors. Workers are becoming an endangered species. The pension system is collapsing under its own weight. Instead of two workers supporting one retiree, Japan is moving toward one worker supporting two retirees. Healthcare costs are exploding. Tax burdens rise. Young people feel trapped in a system that demands more while offering less. To survive, Japan has turned to automation. Robots run hotels, assist the elderly, cook food, clean buildings, serve customers, and deliver packages. Japan is not automating for convenience. Japan is automating for survival. But even the world's most advanced robotics cannot replace the creativity, demand, and dynamism a young population provides. And behind this collapse lies another silent enemy: deflation. For nearly 3 decades, prices stayed stagnant or fell because consumers became fewer. Businesses earned less, salaries flattened, investment slowed. An aging population bought less every year, pushing the entire economy downward. Japan's decline is not just local, it is geopolitical. A weaker Japan means a weaker military. At a time when China, Russia, and North Korea continue to rise, an aging nation cannot sustain long-term defense capabilities. Its shrinking workforce threatens the future of global automotive supply chains. Toyota, Honda, Nissan all depend on workers Japan might no longer have. Japan is also central to global semiconductors. If its industrial strength falters, the world's supply of chips, electronics, and critical materials will shake. But here's the truth that should concern every viewer. Japan is not alone. It is simply the first. South Korea, China, Italy, Spain, Singapore all are heading toward the same demographic cliff. South Korea now has the lowest birth rate ever recorded in human history. China is losing people faster than Japan. Europe's aging is accelerating. Japan is not an anomaly. Japan is a preview. We are entering a global age of shrinking nations, an era where economic power will shift not by GDP alone, but by a country's ability to sustain a young, dynamic population. Nations that attract talent will rise. Nations that ignore demographic decline will fade. Behind every statistic in Japan's story is a human life. A young woman delaying marriage because her company demands every hour of her day. A man who wants children but cannot afford a home. An elderly couple living alone because their children moved to the city and never returned. A farmer whose village now has 12 people left. These are not numbers, these are lives quietly dissolving into the fog of demographic destiny. Japan's crisis is not just economic, it is emotional, cultural, psychological, and deeply human. This is not a story of failure, it is a story of what happens when a society evolves faster than its population can sustain. The real question is no longer, will Japan recover? The real question is, which nation will be next? If you want to understand how global demographics, geopolitics, and economics influence your future, your career, and your opportunities, visit manishgoswami.com. Reach out for personalized support in career planning and abroad education. And subscribe to @ManishSarji for more powerful insights, breakdowns, and global case studies that shape the world you live in. This is Manish Goswami. Thank you for listening. Stay aware, stay informed, and stay ahead because the world is changing faster than ever.